I like pretty much everything about teaching at Caz College. It's kind of a cool environment to be in terms of I really get to know my students. You know, a lot of schools tout this family metaphor, but we actually have it. That's not some kind of marketing ploy. We actually do act as though we're family, and we try to act in the best interest of everyone, including the students, and the students act in the best interest not only for themselves, but for the campus community. I always say I'm going to school. I never say I'm going to work. And I think it's because I don't see it as work. It's so much fun, and being in the classroom with students and having conversations, it's probably the coolest job because you get to see so many students learn so much material, and watching them over 4 years and watching how well they write at the end of it and how well they speak at the end of it, and being able to integrate theory and talk like adults, like educated adults. I mean, it's probably the coolest gig ever. In terms of working with students and having an experience that made me certain I wanted to teach, I don't think there's really one. I think it's really been a culmination of multiple interactions with thousands of students in my 11 years of teaching that have really made sure that this is what I want to do. When I first started teaching, I was terrified. It really takes a long time to make yourself feel comfortable in front of a group of students. I feel more comfortable here than I did anywhere else because my students are so supportive of me, and I think that's because we're supportive of them. I think there's a number of things that make Cazenovia's learning experience really special for students. The small class size is inevitably probably the biggest thing that makes us really special. I don't teach classes with over 20, maybe sometimes 21 students in it. And so I actually get to know my students. By the end of the first week, I know everyone's name, I know their major, I usually know where they're from, and I know some kind of fun tidbit about them. So when they come to my office, I really know who they are. And so the one-on-one approach that we take with students to get to know them and to help them is, I think, really unique. I'm pretty active in research in service to the field. So I've been a program planner for a few conferences planning different divisions. I find that my research, when I do research, it keeps me fresh, and then I can know what's new in the field and keep bringing that back into the classroom. And so the textbook chapter we're working on deals with the Deflategate controversy with the New England Patriots and how they handle that externally in terms of the communication and public relations that they use during a crisis moment. It's cool because I'm teaching OrgComm right now, and so what I learned from writing that I can bring into the classroom and we can talk about that. My research is often brought back into the classroom, or I'll even ask students questions about it, and I have students that work on research with me on occasion too. I tell my students, both first years and people who are about to be alumni, to just breathe. You know, we often get caught up in the craziness of life, and there's so many decisions to be made, and college seems scary. I know that. I was a first-generation college student. I didn't really know what was going to happen. My undergraduate experience was a hoot. I had so much fun. I learned a tremendous amount, and I really felt like once I took a minute to just breathe, everything was fine.